Get,
God.
you already know what it is. It's your boy A&R for the streets. You feel me? We got a next dope ass interview coming your way with the homie Byeme. Byeme, what's poppin'? Is that how you pronounce your name, bro? Like how you pronounce
Yeah. Just like that, yo. It's Byeme Breezy right there.
Byeme
Just like
Breezy?
that.
Like, what do you call yourself? Byeme? Like, that's so like why you call yourself that?
You know why? You know why it came different, because during the times like everyone used to call me Rex, but either way, my real name is E. Michael.
Or E
So
Michael. Yeah.
so if you look at the way I spelt it, Byeme, but it's like by E. Michael E. in reverse.
Okay.
So anything that I do is by E. Michael. That's me. So it's by me.
Okay. I
You
see.
get
I
it?
see.
I was trying
I
to
was
play with
wondering why
people's
you
head
call
though.
yourself that. So I'm glad that you kind of explain it to why you call yourself.
I know
Because
most people always be wondering, you know what I mean? That's like the first question too, because I got that tatted on my hand right here. Everybody always asks. Like,
oh, that's
oh,
dope.
by
That's
me,
dope.
what
At
does that
least
mean? Yeah.
that's dope. At least you kind of have like an explanation of why you call yourself that. A lot of people don't even know
Yeah.
why they call
Yo,
themselves.
my girl, that's my real name. It's on the government. E. Michael.
Okay,
So that's
dope,
it.
dope, dope. Like how long you been doing music for? Like
Man, I'd like to say that I started back in 2006, but that was really just when like the first track I ever wrote and performed ever happened. But it's not like I really knew what I was doing back then, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but I still been doing my music pretty much my whole life, but I could say that the last 3 years been taking it like seriously because I start to understand how things work a little more. I understand how to record and produce and do my thing on a different level where I could actually take myself serious.
Okay, dope. So like,
Mm.
what's your background? Like, are you like ethnicity wise?
Ethnicity?
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny. I'm Jamaican and Portuguese
What?
mixed.
Where?
Yeah.
Like
But
from your mom's side? Definitely from your
no,
mom's side.
my mom is full Jamaican, born in Kingston.
Say words. Your dad's
Yeah, yeah. But I never met him, and she told me all my life that he was Polish. So
say
I'm sitting like, damn, mom got her P's wrong because I found out later that it's actually Portuguese.
say word. That's crazy. Well, you don't speak no Portuguese or nothing.
Nah, I honestly just found that out like a year ago.
Oh,
You know
say
what I mean?
word. That's
For real.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
for
crazy.
real.
But like growing up, like what kind of music you were listening to, like growing up in your household?
Growing up, there's a whole lot of Whitney Houston going on. Usher, my mom loved Usher,
Yeah,
Shaggy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then once I started to get my own CDs, it was the Sean Paul and 50 Cent. That was me.
Okay.
That was what really had me going like back in those days, like 50 Cent, G Unit, all them niggas, Tony
Yeah.
Yayo, Lloyd
Yeah.
Bank. I was that guy trying to get the G
Same,
Unit
same, same.
fits and everything.
I was on that G Unit and Dipset wave back in the
And the
day.
Dipset, yeah, I can't forget this Dipset.
Never
Yeah.
forget Dipset. D Block was on the come up as well, but I was mostly Dipset and Dipset and G Unit for sure.
Yeah. G Unit had a lock for me, for
G
real.
Unit had a lot. So would you say like 50 Cent and G Unit got you into rap music? That's what really like influenced you?
I guess you could say, like, I've heard other rappers before that, back when I couldn't really know who's rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when I was hearing like the Nas and stuff. And like honestly, Nas is what probably like my favorite that made me want to rap.
Okay.
Because when I was hearing the 50 beats, like, you know what I mean? Like at that time I still wasn't thinking about rapping. I
Yeah.
was liking it and I would rap every word to his song,
Yeah.
but I wasn't thinking about making my own tracks. And then it's like I started to hear some stuff that like looking back into things, because like bro, I was born in 94. That's whole the Nas era where he was doing his thing, but I was a baby. But when you look back into it and you start listening to it, you're like, damn. I'm like, I could do this. I want to flow like this, because he was telling stories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I got stories. I could do
Gosh.
this.
Okay, say a lot. So you said Nas is doing that pretty much influenced you. That's pretty much what you're saying, right?
And from way back then, though, you know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep,
I've had
yep.
plenty of influences in between, but what kicked it off was like, yo, I could do this.
Okay, but how did you realize it's like, you know what? Rap is what I'm gonna do. You didn't get into dance hall, you didn't do the whole R&B thing. Like, how did you decide rap music is the way for you?
Man, for real, that's a good question. Because at the end of the day, I started off as an R&B dude, essentially.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Because I was always in the church and stuff like that. You know, we going every weekend. You know, and when I was in foster care, like, you know what I mean, we switching around, but always church, 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 church. And one of the foster homes was like they was the pastors of the church. You know what I mean? So like we was up into the singing thing a lot. And the gal them at the church love the singing thing too.
Yeah,
And we go to school and like, oh, sing this Chris Brown song for me. You're the light skinned man. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'll be able to break it down though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then I don't know, you know what changed me after like high school times? I was just like, I'm gonna stick to rapping specifically.
Yeah.
It was just an image type of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It got to the point where man, I'm trying to take you for a joke at school and shit like that because
Facts,
you're
facts.
the soft singing nigga.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right. I'm like, oh, because I would rap, I freestyle we in the hallway, but everybody knew I sang too.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
then, but I kind of pushed that to the side for years and just said, yo, I'm going straight down the rapping curve because y'all ain't about to play with me. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Facts, facts. So you never see yourself trying to gravitate back to the singing thing, trying to put like an R&B track by any chance?
100%, 100%. I would. I still trying to keep it alive, you know, because it's still inside of me. I still enjoy making that type of music. You know what I mean? If
Definitely.
you look closer to the end of the EP I just dropped, you know, Breezy Season,
Yeah.
something real crazy. We getting a little more R&B esque on that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The last track on there, Hold On, is a little more R&B pop type of style.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, you know, I still try to keep that part of me alive. I can't let it can't let it die like that. You know what I mean? It's still
Facts.
part of me.
Okay, facts. So she talking about the last tape you dropped, Breezy Season. Tell us a little bit more about that tape. Like what made like how long you dropped a tape before that and what made you drop this tape and tell us what the tape is about.
Okay, well, definitely, I think it's been about a year since I dropped the last one, since the
Okay.
whole Fear EP, all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the main difference right now with this one is I went through some life changing shit,
Uh-huh.
like an epiphany type having shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And probably some of the lowest times in life. And during that whole time, I still made it a priority to make music. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I ended up having a whole bunch of these unfinished songs, and then like that I probably had no intention of putting it into an album by the time the year was done.
Uh-huh.
But when I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I started finishing up them songs because I start to realize this is the documentation of everything that I've gone through. And it's 100% true, 100% true to me, true to self, real. And I fuck with it. And I'm not gonna hold any of it back because of some type of external anything. You know what I mean? It's like I felt this power, like I just overcame the hardest shit. And I'm sitting here with this material that I made along the way. I'm like, and this is some hard ass shit too.
Yeah.
People, you know what I mean? So I wanna put it out there. I wanna have the right message going along. Like, you know, like you can become from anything, bro. Like I ain't shit yet anyway, but at the same time, people like the music. So I know I have the power to keep doing something. There's something here. So and I don't know. With this tape, I'm just trying to show people that you can do the same shit, man. You ain't gotta be at the bottom, uh, wallowing and tears and feeling like it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? I was looking at the bridge about to jump. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? I was on that bridge about to jump type shit. You know what I mean? So coming from there to putting out a tape and putting myself into the world like this, I'm just like, shit. Look how I feel about it. I feel nice. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
nice about it. A couple months ago, who the fuck was that guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's something that I don't know. People need to hear, man. It's
Oh
deeper
yeah.
than me. It's bigger than me, man. It's bigger than me. I
Facts,
need. It's bigger than me.
facts, facts. That's deep. That's deep. I listened to the tape and I think like that tape was really good. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, when I first listened to it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know, when you listen to the music, when somebody tell you listen to a tape or somebody drop a tape, you don't know what to expect. Like you go
Mm,
there, like not expecting like
yeah, yeah.
get blown out, you know. So when I first listened to the tape, I'm like, wow, this tape's kind of like put me to a journey of your life somewhat, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like the flow, the beat selection was crazy, the lyrics was crazy. So it's like I
Respect,
really
love.
think it was a really good tape, and I feel like a lot more people need to listen to that tape, you know? Like
Yeah,
real.
yeah. It's like a gift to the world, man. That's how I want it. It's like, you know, you gotta share it with people, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I'm trying to share it with everybody because I feel like especially the music industry right now, the game, Toronto scene, y'all need to hear this because y'all need to know you don't gotta stay in the same little lane that you box
Oh, yeah.
that you already put yourself in. Look what
Fact.
I just did. I don't sound like none of y'all niggas, and I know that shit hot. So come on now. Let's
Yeah,
let's
it's not,
let's
I'm not
let's
gonna
let's
lie, it's
switch it
not.
up, man. Let's shake it up. Shake up the game,
It's
fam.
dope.
Because we gotta shake up the game, fam. Because right now everything sounds same. Everything sounds plain Jane. For
Facts.
real.
Come on, bro. The tape is really hot. Like, so I agree with you. So what's your favorite songs on the album? Like,
Favorite songs.
let's just say your top 3 songs on the album right
My
now.
top 3 songs. Something real for sure.
Yeah,
That's a little R&B on there, but it's
yeah,
definitely real.
yeah.
We got The Struggle. That
Okay.
one's crazy because I even talked a little bit about how the foster care thing, you know what I mean? I never seen my past. I was 10 years old when CAS took me away. I've been switching around foster home, foster home. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Man's want to say, oh, where you from in the GTA? Nigga, I'm from everywhere. You know what I mean? But I
yeah.
wanted to put that in there, put as many components of me on there. So those are the ones that resonate with me the most.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So punk for sure, because that's the battle of the bad and good in my mind all the time. So we
Yeah.
got punk, something real, and struggle. That's the three, man.
Relax. Okay, dope, 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 dope. So like how do you what's your creative process? Like how do you put your words to paper?
Hmm. That one though, me, I like to just freestyle off the rip when I hear the beat, and then I'll go and write something afterwards. Like like I'll get I just getting the flow out. Some of the words I even saying ain't even real words. Sometimes it is real words, and that's good like that. But a lot of the time too, I'm just getting the melodies out, feeling it out, let the beat talk to me, kind of, and then I figure out what I want to say.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I'm not closed-minded to any one process because I feel like every track has its own process. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
There's some tracks when I'm like, I know exactly what I want to talk about, and I want to make sure the message is conveyed clearly. So I'll write that all the way through.
Facts,
But then I
facts,
usually end up scrapping the second verse because and doing a freestyle because I need to revive myself.
facts. Since you were saying like, oh, the music doesn't sound like the Toronto music scene, you feel like your music is like completely different. So like, what strength that do you have that you feel like other musicians don't have, like that make you stand out from other artists?
You wanna know what it is?
Yeah.
They're not being real with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're not being true to the real self that only they know. They're not being true to that person.
Okay. Okay.
That's what they're missing right now. Right now,
You feel like they're
mans
like,
are on the mic. They're doing their thing. And I'm not saying everybody,
mm-hmm.
but from what I can see, a lot of the man them ain't being the real them that who they really are deep down inside. They're not letting it show. They're not letting it true. They want to sound like their friend who sounded nice. They want to sound like the last guy who sounded sick. They don't want to sound like themselves. That's what they're missing because all the greats that I could think about, they sound like themselves. If it's a Jay-Z, if it's a 50, you know who them niggas are when the song starts before they even speak a damn word. And when they do speak, who you comparing them to?
Okay. Facts. Do you feel like a lot of them be trying to like
I feel
imitate
like everybody wants to imitate each other.
whatever is hot?
Everybody's imitating each other. And if you really watching the social medias, every time these people be going making these little TikToks or these stupid little 6 buzz videos, oh, talking about the state of hip hop, they all saying the same thing. It's dry. It's dead. Half of them ain't even listening to it as much as they used to. I seen a thing just the other day saying that 2022 was the first year that there was ever a decline in the sales of hip hop forever. And
Seen
I
that.
just seen that. I just seen that post, and it had me thinking, like, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. We need to bring back the real, bring back their heart. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't trying to tell men to change their whole style of music. I'm just telling you to be real with yourself when you're making it, and don't be ashamed to put something out that you fuck with just because somebody else don't fuck with it. Put it out, dog, because there's people who fuck with it. Put it
Facts.
out. Be true to yourself. Put it out.
That's honest. That's an honest answer. That's a real answer. I wish more artists will approach their music that way instead of trying to like, you know what, the drill music is hot. Let me hop on the drill beat. This is hot. Let me hop on this beat, or trying to sound like this flow. So the way
Yeah, yeah,
just really dope is just be yourself and go in there and
yeah.
just
Have
talk about
fun.
it. Yeah, yeah.
What did Weezy tell Drake? Come in the studio with clips, ammo, blood clot. That's what you have to do.
He did tell him be himself. Don't be trying to be a gangster. He did tell him,
Exactly.
and Drake did listen and ended up being himself, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what do you see your sound evolving in the next few couple years?
That's the hardest question. because to see where my sound's going to evolve to, I feel like it's only just going to get greater and thicker and more lively. But like, I feel like the way I evolve, I just feel different than everybody, bro. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I feel different than everybody, and I know that I am. I know it's because of my mindset. You
Okay.
know what I mean? There's something different, and I'm still growing it. I'm still learning exactly what it is that's happening right now.
Mhm.
Like what it is that's inside of me that's giving me this juice, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But
True
fuck
that.
it.
True that. So like we were talking about the music industry in Toronto, how things is like artists, it's hard for artists to really evolve out here. So like if you could change one thing about the music industry, like what would it be?
Hmm. If I could change some. Only thing I would change about the industry right now is how backwards it is when they look for talent, because that goes right back to the same reason why we got all this death music. Ain't nobody looking for the real talent. They want the numbers. Okay, I could go buy some damn numbers. I could go buy 1,000,000 views. The label want 1,000,000 views, I go buy 1,000,000 views tomorrow. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason that they get what they getting, because this is what you selecting. You selecting the numbers, who the person who had the most bread to put down over who actually had a good fire hit. So if we're gonna sit here and complain about how come we ain't got no music like the greats no more, it's because that nigga ain't got enough bread to buy the views. Like who knows? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that's holding them back. But at the end of the day, the people that are getting selected, you know, it's a numbers game. It's a
It is.
numbers game, and that's the only thing I would change. The fact that it's a numbers game is like, I look at it like this, fam. I'm the artist. I'm the prize. You're about to make money off of me, fam. I'm not saying that what they're thinking is wrong. You know, they wanna protect their investments and stuff like that. I understand. But when it comes to the quality of music, if that's what we're gonna talk about, that's what needs to change in order for that to work, because they correlate with each other.
True. You're right. They do. It kind of does need to. I feel like artist development is dead. No one is developing artists anymore. They're just, oh yeah, you got a hit up TikTok, you got a lot of views. All right, you get
Yeah,
signed.
yeah, yeah. Let me sign you for a deal real quick. You know what I mean?
Develop artists anymore. Like
Yeah,
back in
these
the
man,
day,
mans don't even know how to do things. Like, I don't even, like, fuck. I would love to, if I was to get signed by a label, I would love for it to be the old school way too, because I want to learn as
or
much as
artist
I could.
development, learn how to do interviews and learn how to
Yeah, you look
yeah,
at them people, the people that we seen when we was growing up, they're seasoned in that now. When
what
they go on
season.
TV and they talk,
Yeah, it's true.
yeah,
It's not happening anymore.
mm-hmm.
I feel like we're not getting any more ushers. We're not getting any more like
Nah, man. Yeah,
big people.
exactly. We're not getting none of those, man. Like, how we still bringing up Usher name how many years later? Fuck,
Many
that's
years later.
the
It's like because he went to artist development. They teach him how
yeah,
to do things. They put him
yeah.
to like
It matters. All that
vocal
stuff
coaching.
matters.
All these things matters. But
For
yeah,
real.
so like another question I have for you, like what thing or person motivates you the most to wake up in the morning and go hard at pursuing your dream of becoming a rapper or artist?
That's my daughter for sure.
Your daughter, huh?
Yeah, she just turned 9 2 days ago.
Yeah, happy belated birthday to your
For
daughter,
sure,
bro.
for sure. Respect.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's
okay.
her for sure. That's like, I wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for her. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I
dope.
mean?
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, say
God
less.
is.
Okay, say less. Okay, so what music advice would you give to your younger self?
Hmm. Same advice I just gave to the Toronto niggas right now. Be your fucking self and drop that shit.
Yeah, say less. Okay. Okay, dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for my last question that I have for you, bro, before I let you go, that was a dope ass interview. We were really being honest,
I
vulnerable.
love, appreciate you having me on there and everything. Talk about the Breezy season. All right, now everybody, stream up.
Yeah, yeah. So tell people what you got going on right now, what you got coming up next. Let them know where they could get in touch with you and things like that.
All right, first of all, you get me on the Instagram, BYEM.E. It's on that pretty much everything. You can find me on YouTube, same thing, BYEME. And like me, mostly what I got going, I got a deluxe coming up actually for this. Let me not forget about that. Probably gonna be like another 5 real personal songs that I felt I couldn't give off the bat.
Okay,
You
okay.
know what
Say
I mean?
less.
These ones, they gonna hit home. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Dope.
So that's coming out probably. I'll give it a couple weeks maybe, but I'll give it a month, because just to be safe, I'll give you guys a month, because
Okay.
I'm still not 100% sure how I want to roll it out.
Mhm.
So the same time, if I was to say something, probably about a month before I figure out how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But also got a video working on. Punk video is in the works. It's gonna be happening. It's
Okay.
gonna be crazy. I don't even want to tell you about the whole idea for that because you're gonna have to watch and see.
All right, say less, say less. And before I let you go, I want to get this question in because you were talking about how you were going through some mental health issues where you had to deal with suicide and things like that. So the last question I have for you, right? Because I know a lot of people might be gonna be watching this video and you might
Yeah,
inspire them to stay positive. So like what advice
yeah.
would you like to share with your supporters on how to keep going and staying positive?
Honestly, the best thing to do, because I know when you're in that place, it seems like there's nothing you could do. That's the hardest thing. When you're in that place and you look around, there's nothing you can do. There's nobody you can reach out to. You don't feel comfortable bringing it up to the people that you have that you could probably be the only person you could bring it up to. So then you just left with yourself.
Mhm.
But if I was to give you any type of advice, find something that you like to do.
Mhm.
Not even someone you love or anyone you want to be around. Just like figure out what do you like to do on a day to day
Mhm.
and do that shit and do it. And then fall in love with it. You know what I mean? Fall in love with it, immerse yourself in it. Because if you find out what you actually like to do, how you gonna be sad during the day? You're
Facts.
doing what you love to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, that's the hardest thing because then you're just walking around kicking rocks.
Facts. That's fact.
And I can't tell you what it is for you to do. I can't tell you to do what I do.
Mhm.
The only advice I can give you is just really focus on figuring out what it is you like to do.
Facts, facts. That's a dope answer, and that's how I've been able to stay positive myself, right? By just doing what I like to do, by just connecting with artists, by trying to like
Mm-hmm.
figure out the next move. That's what keep me sane. Because if not, if I didn't have anything to do, I literally just be in my head, just thinking the worst of things,
Yep.
thinking the
Yep.
worst of myself, and just want to off myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By
You be in
having
your
like
mind running around
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, by having like a passion and dream, and just like you said, it's just I definitely tell people like find what you love, your passion, what you care about in life, and just focus on that. Like that's a real answer for sure. But yeah, brother, I appreciate you being on the In Off of the Street podcast. That was a dope interview, man. We had we're gonna be dropping
Sweat,
it
man. Love it.
soon, so I appreciate you. Make sure you guys check him out on all streaming platforms, or all like social media. Byeme, check him out. Hit him up on his
Mm-hmm.
if you like his music. He just drop a tape. Tell him the
Yeah,
name of the
man. Go
tape.
check that out. Breezy season. It's my
Breezy
season.
season.
We out here,
Make sure you
man.
guys check that out. It's dope tape. You know what I mean? I don't even call it shit dope if it wasn't dope. That tape was
Love,
dope.
love,
I listened
love
to
it.
the tape in the whip. I was listening to it. I already
It's
wow.
hitting, all right. That mixing
It's
and
hitting. It's
hitting, all
hitting.
right.
Yeah, you gotta hit it in the whip. If you listen to the whip, it hits. I like it. It got a couple tracks. It got a couple smooth tracks with the ladies you can listen to. It got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple dope like the trap, gangster trap you can listen to. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like it gave you a little piece of everything in there. It got a little pop, it got a little R&B, got a little trap. It's really
Yeah.
dope. So I rock with it. So I definitely advise a lot everyone to check it out. I appreciate you for your time, man.
Love,
You're
love, love. Appreciate it.